So thank you for coming. Thank you for making our time to attend this presentation. So in today's event, we're going to look at case studies of some of our students who have been doing well with our robot trading. Okay, I'm sure you already know who is talking. I am Joe Okoro, the coach. You have been receiving my mails, my WhatsApp notification on this very business, okay, crypto trading. So let's look at what to expect in this session. We're going to look at 5 case studies of 5 of our students from our WhatsApp group, okay? But before we do that, I'm going to run over my own humble results that I've gotten for the past, going to 2 months now, about 50 days plus. And then after that, we are going to take that of Mr. Ayodele, and followed by Mr. Innocent, followed by Mr. Ejike, followed by Mr. Olumide, and finally, we're going to look at that of Mrs. Okoro. Take note that we're not related, it's just a coincidence, one of my readers as well. So I've already talked much about this very program before now through my mails, through the Zoom meetings I've had, through my video sales letter. I have given away information on how this works. So today is just a case study of those who have implemented this business and gotten results. So it's going to be like an interview session with these students, okay? So but let's talk about my own. This is the result I've gotten for the past 50 days plus that I have started. And the screenshot you see there, I have done about $517 in profit. I started with $450. That's the capital I used to start, apart from the robot activation fee that I did, which is $120. I planted another $450 into the system. And over this period of time, I was able to do $517 in profit. And then I have also done another $907 from invitation registration bonuses. Those people that are coming and saying yes to me, I want to join and do this and earn money the way you are doing. How do I get started? Once they join, I get some bonuses along the line. So my total accumulated profits in that period of time is about $1,000+. So when you add it with my initial capital, I have a cumulative of 1,874 that I have gathered. Because as I get this money, I put it back, I'm building it. I want to build it to a point that I'll be getting more returns on my investment, okay? Till I get it to a point where I'm comfortable to withdraw the returns. Okay, that's what I'm doing here. So this is just my result, basically. There's no doubt about it. But let's now showcase the result of some of my students whom I have helped to use the same system and see if their results are positive. So the first on this session is Mr. Ayodele's result. So I'm going to call up Mr. Ayodele. He's with us here, and I'm going to ask him some questions, just like an interview. Okay, so let me find out if Mr. Ayodele is on this call first. Okay, Mr. Ayodele is here. So Mr. Ayodele, you are welcome to.
Good evening, Mr. Joe.
Yeah, good evening. It's nice to have you around, Mr. Ayodele.
Yes, it's a pleasure. Thank you, Mr. Joe.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Now, the first question I want to ask you, the screenshots on the screen, can you see it clearly?
Yes, I can see.
Do you recognize that screenshot?
Yeah, that's my screenshot for the profit I've made so far from the trading the robots.
Okay. All right. So the first question I'll ask you is, what made you join our group?
Okay. All right. So I've been a follower of Mr. Joe for quite a while. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it should be more than 7 years. I've been one of those people, that read his posts, especially his email. So when he started talking about the robot that can help us trade, cryptocurrency, I was a little bit skeptical, but after some time I joined. And I joined majorly because of Mr. Joe's past record. I bought several of his courses, and he delivers more than, he talks. He gives you value for every money you spend, on his training. So that was one of the things that made me, join this crypto trading group.
Oh, thank you. That's interesting. All right, let's go on to the second one. How long have you been trading with us? Let's take that first part. The second question has two parts. So how long have you been trading with us?
So I've been trading for about 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not sure of the exact period, but I think it's a little above 2 weeks. I've been trading, so just about maybe 16 days or so.
All right, so the result is already before everyone here. So we're assuming that this is what you have gotten in that period of time, right?
Yes, definitely less than a month. I think it's about 16 to 17 days.
All right, so that means within a period of a month, we are expecting to get more than this.
Hopefully, yes.
It's all right. It's all right. So let's take the last question for you today.
Also, I wanted to also say that apart from what we have here, I was able to invite 2 people, and so I got, I think, bonus of about 30 USDT in addition to what I have.
Yes, that one is recorded on the asset on the bot. It's not reflected here. What you have here is your trading profits,
yes,
right?
Trading profit. Yes.
It's trading profit that we are looking at here. So, what's your experience so far? What advice can you give an interested person?
Yes. So I'll first of all say that we should not approach the trading with a get quick rich mindset. Of course, before now, I know Mr. Okoro is a detailed person. The training has been very good. Trading has been very good for me. Then secondly, I want to also say that Mr. Joe has made it, seamless, because from time to time, he comes up with video tutorial that, teaches us on, new approaches to trade, which have been very, very helpful to those on the group. So I think my experience has been worth the while. And of course, you don't need to spend the whole day watching your charts. All I need to do was just to maybe set up my trade within 1 or 2. I also do other things. I work, so I just spend maybe like an hour or 2, even less than that, to just set up my trade, and I start seeing results. Then we also get daily signals from Mr. Joe, which has also been very helpful. So I think it's worthwhile to join this group.
All right. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much. So that will be all for now from you. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. All right. So you've heard from Mr. Ayodele. Let me see if we still have the second person on the call. Let me see. We're going to Mr. Innocent. I don't know if he's on the call. Let me check. All right. Mr. Innocent, are you there?
Yes. I'm here.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
The screenshots on the screen, can you see it clearly?
Yes.
All right. Is it blurry?
That is my screenshot.
Oh, so you recognize it. So how much? Sorry to ask this. That's your screenshot. Let's go.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Before I ask the question in my mind, let me take the first question for you today. What made you join our group? Hello, are you there? Hello? Hello, Mr. Innocent, are you still there? Are you there?
Hello?
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Speak.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh. Go ahead. We're
Yes.
listening.
As I was saying, I've been on Mr. Joe's list for a very long time as well, just like Mr. Ayodele mentioned. And over the years, I've come to realize that he's a very trustworthy and reliable coach. I've benefited from many of his trainings as well. Meanwhile, I've always been interested in crypto trading, but I've tried so many approach, tried so many different people, but there's a lot of scammers out there. So when I got the mail on this crypto trading from him, I quickly keyed into it, knowing the history I've had with him, how reliable he is. And fortunately, he's quite experienced, and I've benefited a lot from it as well.
All right. Thank you. So how long did it take you to make this profit? How much capital did you use? Sorry to ask.
Well, I started with $1,000. Then I later added 500.
Oh, good. And you did this $560 in up to a month?
Yes, no. I made this in 12 days. I made this in 12 days, and so far, this is my 15th day of trading.
So
It
I'm
has
seeing
been a
that
wonderful experience.
I'm seeing that today there are no profit today.
Yes. You know, all my coins, they are all in the deep. But from what we are learning, I've come to, it doesn't bother me at all, because some days I make as much as $78, 90, 100, and other days 20, 30, and some days. What matters is what we get at the end of the month, according to the training we've gotten. And it's been an amazing journey, honestly.
Interesting. All right. So finally, what's your experience trading with us? What advice can you give?
Wow. Well, there's a lot of them, but for the sake of time, I will narrow it down. First of all, I've come to learn that crypto trading requires a lot of patience and good understanding. So if you have to be patient if you're trading crypto, you don't have to expect daily income. And like Mr. Ayodele, I think rightly mentioned, it is not a get rich quick business. So you don't have to come into it with that mindset. Otherwise, you will fail. You have to be patient and be willing to learn and, you know, try everything, follow instructions. Like in the group, we've been getting video tutorials, signals, all these things we've been following to try to see how we can better improve our trading process. And it's been good. It's been amazing. So my advice to anyone who is coming in should not come in with the mindset of, oh, I want to make as much as $50, $100 in a day. The mindset should be that I want to build this business and patiently trade and follow instructions exactly as given to the letter, you know, because with my experience so far, I've noticed that with Mr. Joe, with time, he keeps coming up with ways we can better improve our trade so we can make more. So we need to approach it with patience, and at the end of the day, you will definitely be smiling to your bank, I promise you. I hope I've not taken much of the time.
Thank you. Thank you for coming to the event. We appreciate your effort. Right. So that will
Thank
be
you
all
very
for
much.
you. I kindly mute the microphone at your end. All right. So thank you, Mr. Innocent. So let's move on quickly to the next one. Mr. Olumide. Is Mr. Olumide around? Let me see. Olumide. All right. Mr. Olumide, I can see you are here.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Joe.
How are you doing now?
I'm fine. I'm doing very fine.
You're welcome. So the screenshots on the screen, can you see it?
Yes, I can.
You recognize that, right?
Yeah, I can, definitely.
Okay, you recognize it. So my first question to you, just as I asked the others, Why did you join our group? Or what made you join our group?
Okay, what made me join? Well, maybe similar to the others as well. I have been an ardent follower of Mr. Joe, right from the days of email marketing. I've been a subscriber, so I always get his mails. I get all his mails. I've purchased some courses from him, and they were really worthwhile. They were fantastic. I've made money, from some of his courses in the past. So it's someone that I can say is very reliable, very dependable. Whatever I give you, you can be sure you are getting value. So I've always been a follower, definitely. So when the idea came, the opportunity came, I saw one of the emails about, crypto. I've been hearing crypto, but I never delved into it until I think it was first around July when he introduced me to a mentorship program. And then I subscribed to that program. I started investing in crypto, only to now get some messages from him last month about crypto trading, in the stock of trading, daily trading, and knowing fully well that, of course, whatever I gives you is always of value. I quickly subscribe to it, and here we are today.
All right, thank you. So how long have you been with us? How long have you been to get this result we are seeing here?
I got this result within 12 days, 13 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So finally, what's the experience? Well, I think you have related part of that already. But what advice can you now give to someone who may be interested?
Well, anyone interested, I would just say they should quickly come on board. Don't procrastinate. The tendency of you wanting to think, are these results real? Is it for real? Is it possible? It's actually very possible. So if you are actually interested, I would advise you to come on board. And of course, don't be in a hurry. It's a daily plan. There are some days in the end, you may not make much money. There are days whereby the market is very good, but at least you are guaranteed of making something every day. And once you join, just follow instructions. Mr. Joe's videos are self-explanatory. It teaches in the videos. It makes it easy for even a layman to understand. So we are sure that no matter a level of education, no matter the level of understanding, that it breaks it down easily for everyone to be carried along. So whoever wants to join should take advantage of this opportunity and come on board. And we are one family. We have a WhatsApp group and all that. Everybody helps one another. So it's going to be a fantastic experience.
Thank you, Mr. Olumide, for coming on board. We appreciate your responses.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, do have a nice day. So thanks a lot, Mr. Olumide. So let's take, I think, the last person for our presentation today. And she's in the person of Mrs. Okoro. Let me see. Let me get her to talk. Mrs. Okoro, are you with us?
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Joe.
You're welcome, madam.
Thank you so much.
So just as I asked the others, I want to know if you recognize the screenshot.
Yes, I do.
All right. So who does it belong
to? Me, of course.
All right.
I'm laughing because as we speak right now, the figures have gone above this.
I know that's how it is. Actually, that's how it is actually. So,
yeah.
So can you briefly tell us what made you to join our group?
In fact, to be honest with you, Mr. Joe, the very first time I got to hear about crypto was about, let's say 5 years ago. But the thing is, I did not understand what crypto was then. The person who wanted me to come on board was probably the person didn't really know about crypto as well. But the impression I had was like, I felt it was about network marketing. Maybe you have to bring people. So I wasn't interested then. It wasn't my thing, Not until a few months ago when one of my mentors I actually follow him on Instagram. He's one of the members of the House of Rep here in Nigeria. And this guy mentioned it on his page. In fact, the guy said that he would advise every Nigerian to go into crypto or real estate. And this guy is someone that I've always known him to be someone who is serious. Like if he says, do this, if you listen to him, because he's my mentor, I follow him. So that was when I became interested in this crypto again, you know. But my problem was I didn't know how to go about it. Neither do I know who will even teach me, you know. And I've been following you as well for over 7 years. I've known you for a very long time. And coincidentally, that same period, I just got a notification from you on both my email and my WhatsApp, where you were talking about crypto. And I was like, wow, is this how God works? You know, so I became interested, you know, and that was how I joined the webinar, and I became interested immediately on getting started. And in fact, since I got started about 4 weeks ago, it has been awesome. In fact, what I'm even saying, I never envisaged it. I never expected that it was going to come out this way. You know, I initially started with aside from the $120 that I used in buying the bots, I started with my initial capital was $110. I just wanted to start with $110 because I wanted to test, you know, how it works before I can bring in more money. And in 1 week, when I saw what $110 gave me, I was like, wow, if I can bring in more money, that means this thing will give me more better results. So I brought in another 300 and something dollars. You know, I started trading, and this is my result so far.
All right. Thank you.
Earning.
Thank you. Thank you. So with time, I believe this is going to go up.
Yes, of course.
So this is about a month, right?
Yes, a month.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So finally, what's your experience so far? What advice do you have?
What my advice is, crypto is very good. It's in fact the kind of money you earn from it, there's no bank that will give you such amount as profits. You know, this bot is awesome. It's doing a very good job, because when you set up your trade and you get to see the way your money is working for you, is encouraging. You know, it's really encouraging. So I would advise everybody, in fact, to join, most especially when you have someone like Mr. Joe coaching you. You know, one thing I like about Mr. Joe is the fact that he's a very patient teacher. You know, I've seen a lot of coaches, but one thing unique about him is that he's very patient. He's willing to teach you and keep teaching you until you become a pro, so you become a master in this. So
interesting. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. Thanks for coming on this presentation.
Thank you so much.
Right. So I think we still have another person. I was thinking this is the last person. I just remember that we have 5. I said 5 earlier. So I think the other person, I don't know. Let me see. Okay, I think I skipped this Mr. Ejike. I skipped his results. Sorry about that. I'm sure he must have been waiting. Let me see if he's online with us. Okay. Mr. Ejike. Hello.
Yes,
sorry.
Yeah, good evening.
I skipped your part. I didn't see that. Sorry.
It's okay.
All right. So you're welcome, eh?
Thank you.
So you are going to be the last on the call.
No problem.
Now the income screenshot here. Do you recognize it?
Yes.
I'm sure you can see it clearly from your end.
Yes, I can see.
So the first question, why did you join our group?
But Mr. Joe, you know, you started not today. You've been fighting ages. even I think I started following you during the time of lost weight and how one can share weight fast and
Oh,
ease
okay.
without much problem.
Okay,
Which
okay,
I
okay.
actually I got a good result even at
Okay.
then and so on the process we've been sending talking to us based on one or two things on the until this recently that it starts to now bring about this robot
All
opportunity.
right.
Before then, I started going to making a research on how to go and do online training based on this crypto stocks and all that. I've gone to YouTube, I got some information. They say I should pay in dollar, pay this, pay that, and all that to get to know these things. Suddenly one day I'm in a vehicle and I got this message that I said from you. I said, wow, thank God, though. I was the first person that said, Amen, when you say anybody that is into just indicate. I say, Amen, and I'm ready for the meeting.
Yeah, you were the
So
first. Actually, you were the first.
I
I
was the
remember
first,
that.
yes.
You were
Yeah.
the first. So far, this is what you have come up in profits.
Yes, my brother.
All right.
$700.
So how long did it take you to get to this?
Yeah, a month plus now.
A
A
month
month
plus.
plus now.
All
Yes.
right. All right. So what's your experience so far?
Brother, it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful because I don't know. I don't just know a good business to even give someone like that this kind of money. I don't even know the business one will do in a month to get this kind of amount as a return on investments.
Within
So
that
it's been
period
just,
of time.
within that period of time, it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. It's been
All right.
wonderful.
All right. All right. Thank you for coming. Thank you very much. So you have had it all. So I selected 5 people. There are more than 5 that are earning. In fact, almost everyone on our group who is trading is getting results every single day. I also have people who have more than these results, but I just selected 5 close persons from our group to showcase their results here. Because but if I take more than this, I don't think we'll be able to finish within the specified time that I want to spend this evening. Okay, so these are the results we are getting so far from our activities. These are the incomes of real people. So imagine, you can say that this is a 6-figure income. Imagine doing 6 figures from a side hustle, an invisible side hustle. I call it invisible because when you set up this thing makes you money while you are busy doing other things. It doesn't interfere with any other thing you do. That is why I call it an invisible money maker. Imagine putting your money somewhere, just set up a trade. Just spend 5-10 minutes, set up a trade, leave it, just keep checking it every 1 hour or every 90 minutes. You just look at it within 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, you are done. Move on with any other thing you are doing and keep checking your account. You see small amounts of income coming into your account every day. But some of us do as much as $30, $40, $50 per day on the average. So this income is continuous as long as you are trading every month with your money. Imagine making this extra income every month by the side. What can it take care of in your life? If you're a salary earner and you have something by the side, getting you small income like this, it's easy for you to pay for your student school fees. If you have a pending house rent, it's easy for you to do that. It's easy for you to renovate your house. In fact, the cumulative amount over a period of time can get you a new car. You can plan for a vacation. You can use the money you make from it to enjoy the holidays, to set up problems that may be coming on. In fact, at some point, depending on the amount of money you are using, it could actually replace your main income, your salary job, depending on how much you are trading. All of this is possible. And this is a very interesting journey. If you come on board, you will experience the same results that these people are experiencing, these students are experiencing. So if you want to get this type of result, there is a program I created that I've been promoting. I'm sure you have seen it. It's called the ICPM program. It contains about 20 video tutorials, which is a breakdown of what we are doing. Okay, and it is going for 10,000 just to learn what is there, and then you come on board. Once you come on board, if you decide to trade and come on board, I will just enroll you into our WhatsApp group. Our WhatsApp group is just like a mastermind. It's a mentorship group where we take care of challenges, where we troubleshoot problems, where we share opinions, where we share latest trends and other training that are not on the way training that are not inside the main ICPM program. The ICPM program is basically a program that gives you an overall idea of what it's all about. So if you now decide, okay, I want to come on board, fine. You can now go ahead, activate the robot, look for some money that otherwise would have made you nothing if it's just lying there in the bank. Put into the system, follow us. We're just like a family in the group. We attend to each other's problems. You come on board and you start making money. And even if you look at what I'm accepted for, just thinking you have to do this, it's very, very minimal because I want a lot of people to benefit from this. And that is why I'm charging so low. However, from the end of this month, the price is going up to 15,000. And that is the main reason why I am hosting this very event today. That's the reason, so that it's just like an announcement that this thing is going to increase. Okay, so in case you are interested to come on board, that's the link you need to come on board. I'm posting it on the chat for you to look up for it and register with it. I can promise you that if you come on board, you are going to experience what these other students that have testified have experienced so far. Your life will improve. I'm not going to say your life will change because your life is already good, most of us, but your life will improve. You will have more extra money to take care of a lot of things around you. So for those of us who do not, may not have the money to start trading, but you are interested, you're interested to get started. There's another package that I created, which I call the Done For You Business Package. It's also the same ICPM program. But this time around, I give you the privilege using a resale right license to sell the same product that I'm selling to you and make money. And each time you do that, you earn 10,000 and you keep 100% of the profit. In fact, that business, this Done For You business package, if it's not for the purpose that I have intended it for, it is supposed to be sold for 100,000 because I'm selling it. I'm giving you a complete business package, but I'm giving it for 20,000 for those who are coming into my group because I know that I'm going to take care of you and help you get results. And as you succeed, I also succeed. And that is why it's lowly priced at 20K. However, from the end of this month, it is also going up, just like the other one is going up. It's going to sell for 30,000 instead of the 20,000 that it is selling currently for. So if you're interested, use that link. I've sent a second link for it in the chat box. You can check it out, okay? And get it. Right. So that is it for today. Now, this is what I'm going to give those of us who have made it today. If you're buying this course, whether you're going for the first option or the second option, the bonus I'm going to give you is that of one of my students who did 310,000 Naira in 7 days using WhatsApp marketing. Yes, he did it in 7 days, just recently, last 2 weeks. I'm going to give you this report, what he did exactly. If you look at some of the training inside the video for the Done For You, one of the method that I suggest you can use to move this product if you don't know how to sell is using WhatsApp marketing. It is very, very powerful, very, very powerful and potent. So I have taught it to this my student and he detailed what he did. So if you're interested and you get either the first one, you just want to learn and come on board quick, you can go for the first option. Or if you want to make money along the line, you go for the second option. It's still the same thing, just that one is a business, the other one is just a course. Right. And this bonus is prepared by Prosper Noah, some of us may already know who this person is, but he's one of my students, one of my one-on-one students. And he was able to do 63 units of a product in 7 days with WhatsApp marketing. That is how powerful this is. So that is all we'll be taking for today's event. Before we go, I am going to allow us to have question, to take some questions before we go. And so for the next 10 minutes, but I don't want this event to be more than 50 minutes. For the next 10 minutes, we're going to take some questions and we'll go from there. So you can type your question in the chat box, or if you want to speak, you can raise your hand and I'll call on you. So before that happens, there is somebody that asked question in the chat box. He said, Emeka Atuma said, I am interested in this, but how are you navigating the CBN ban on crypto trading? Well, I think a lot of Nigerians are already into crypto trading. And the thing is, the platform you use, Binance, we use what we call peer-to-peer, P2P. We don't actively use bank cards or credit cards that allow any of this narration to show that we are trading crypto. So when you want to withdraw your money, you use someone who is ready to buy your crypto from you. The person will pay into your account when you want to cash out the money, and you get your account just like normal transactions. If you want to sell, and someone buys the product from you and sends transfer of the money for that product to you, so there is no indication whether what the money is for. So that way you are not under the eyes of anybody. So nothing like crypto narration in your bank description, you know. And usually, since we don't get this money every day, we don't get it out. Usually at the end of the month, you get a large sum. You can withdraw that money. You just go to the platform we use, Binance, and request for your money to be withdrawn. And on that 10, 15 minutes, the money is already in your account. So let's say you want to withdraw, even if you want to withdraw 1 million naira, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million, up to 50 million, you can do it. You know, just sell your assets. That USDT you are making, just sell it. And within 15 minutes, you see it in your account. So it's not as if you do it every day. The fact that you are trading with a robot doesn't mean that it's entering your bank every day. It accumulates. Then at the end of the month, you withdraw it. So that's not a problem. So if anyone has any other problem, you can leave it in the chat box, or you raise up your hand and I'll call on you before we call it a day. All right, I see that we have no other question. I believe everything is understood clearly. And this event has been recorded, so I'm going to send it on the group for those of us who didn't come from the beginning. Okay, I'm going to send it on the group so that you can watch it from beginning to end. All right, so there are no questions. Obviously, there are no questions. So the raise hand feature is there. The raise hand feature is there if you want to ask question. Okay. All right. Barry is something is asking a question. Say, how much can one start with? Well, the minimum amount is that I recommend is $100. But that $100 currently there is a promo on the robot. The robot sells for $100 plus $20 gas fee. That is $120. But from now to December to November ending, this is we're still in November. We still have a week before the end of November. From now to November ending, you can get it for $70. Okay, that's $50 off. $50 for activation and $20 for gas fee. So total amount you need is about $170 minimum. But remember that the more money you have, the more money you make at the end of the day. 1% of $100 is not the same thing as 1% of $1,000. I hope you know that. So have that in mind. So while someone is making $1 on a trade, another person is making $100 on that same trade, just because of the volume of money used. So that's how you should look at it. If I pay the 10K, what do I get? I told you what you get. If you open that page that I sent here, you will see that that page gives you details of what you get. You get 20 videos. It's actually a training. You get a training. You get a training, 20 video training on what this is all about. So you decide whether you want to come on board or not. That is the link for the second option. The one you pay 10,000 is, let me copy the link out for again so that you see it. Yeah, this is the link for the one for 10,000. Can one still add fund even if you start with? Yes, sure. You can always add fund. You remember that when I was interviewing others, some started with 110 and finally added more fund to it. You can always do that at a later time. But we suggest $100. Use $100 to test the waters. If you like what you see, you add more money. And the good thing about this bot is that the money that you're trading with, the profit and the money is not credited on the bot. So there's nothing like you want to withdraw money from the bot. All the profit you make goes back into Binance. Your capital is there, your profit is there. So if tomorrow the bot crashes, your money is safe. You can withdraw it anytime. The only money that is accumulated on the bot is if you are building a team, if you're building a network, you're getting people to register and start trading. That money can be withdrawn. But even at that withdrawal doesn't take up to 30 minutes and it comes out. On blockchain, once you use an address within a specified period of time, a short time of 5 minutes, 30 minutes, the money is already your Binance when you apply for withdrawal. So nobody is holding down your money. So Emeka is asking, can I start trading with the robot? Can I start trading with the robot without the videos? Okay, your question is just like, can I become a medical doctor without going to school? How possible is that? Can I become an engineer, a civil engineer without going to the university? Is it possible, Mr. Emeka? Think about that. What's the maximum trading amount? There's no maximum. You can trade as much as 100,000 US dollars if you want, but the minimum we recommend is $100. Okay, so that's all. I think that's all the question we have. So and that's all we'll be taking for this event. So I want to thank every one of us for coming on board and for honoring this event. Thank you very much. I'm going to send this video to the group so that those who were not able to attend can watch it. Thank you for coming and do have a blessed day. Goodbye.